Hey YouTube, what's going on, and welcome back to Cairo and his Things. My personal pick for the best flashlight release of 2024 was the Trustfire Mini X3, and if you saw my video recently, it's also my pick for the best flat flashlight on the market. With that said, today we've got our hands on something a little bit different. It's the Mini X3 Special Edition. Let's go ahead and take a look. Hey all, only 3% of my viewers are subscribers. As a small channel, if you would consider subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and throw the size dimensions up on the screen. And with that said, we'll take a look at some size comparisons here. So first, let's get this out of the way. The Trustfire Mini X3 and the Mini X3 Special Edition are going to be the exact same platform, going to be the exact same design, almost completely identical, except for a few little changes that we will go over. But as far as the dimensions, these are going to be completely identical. Okay? And then additionally, we have the Workhorse HD01. And you'll see here, let's put these next to each other. A little bit difficult with the magnets on the bottom. The Workhorse is quite a bit longer. Now, as far as the depth of the light there, or how thick it will be in your pocket, it's pretty much identical. You're going to feel this one a little bit less on the Trustfire just because it is round and a little bit more sleek. And here we've got a standard round battery flashlight, the Workhorse FC12, just to show you the difference here. The Trustfire is significantly smaller, and this really disappears in your pocket. As far as the battery on this Trustfire, it is going to be using a proprietary battery, so you won't be able to remove it. But for charging, it does take USB-C recharging, which is great, and that's going to be inside that little flap there on the side. And as far as a battery indicator, if you just click the rubber switch here, it's going to give you a green, yellow, orange, or red, with green being between 70 to 100% battery, and then it's going to go down from there between yellow, orange, and then red being under 20%. You need to charge it. All right, now on to the design of this flashlight. On the bottom, it does come with a magnet, and then from there we have a steel two-way clip, very good clip. And then we also have some texture here on the sides, so that does give you a little bit of grip. Otherwise, though, the flashlight is very sleek, it's smooth, it feels very nice, though. We already covered this USB-C flap here. On this side, we have the plastic switch that moves up and down, and I'll show you that in the user interface. We have another rubber switch here, which feels great to click, and it's got a steel ring around it. And then up top, we have a steel bezel going around the glass lens. As far as the emitter on this, I cannot find any information online that says what emitter that this is using, but I will go ahead and throw the performance numbers on the side of the screen. All right, now as we look at the user interface, we'll also cover what's different on these lights. So here we have the standard Trustfire Mini X3, and here we have the Mini X3 Special Edition. Of course, the first noticeable difference is the fact that the regular version comes with this backlight. So basically, when you're using this as a magnet, or if you could just hold it this direction, you can use this as a 90-degree flashlight. That does not come on the Special Edition. Additionally, on the clips, this clip on the standard edition is going to be the same color as your light. Meanwhile, on the Special Edition, it's going to be silver. Now, a big difference here we're going to see is the fact that the regular edition comes with a green laser. On the Special Edition, it comes with a red laser. So that is going to be a major difference there, because some of you may highly prefer a red laser over green laser or vice versa, and that may be the difference maker for you. So the special edition is red laser, the standard version is green laser. Both come with an ultraviolet light, and both come with the same standard LED that comes in it, same beam profile, all of that. Now, because the standard edition has this high CRI light on the back, what's going to happen is when you switch to your main mode, you have to continue to hold down to get to the ultraviolet. Meanwhile, on the special edition, because it doesn't come with that backlight, when you switch to your standard LED, that's all you're going to get is your standard LED all the way through, and then you hold again for off. However, if you want ultraviolet, it's on its own little notch here. It doesn't have its own little notch on the standard edition because that is instead going to the backlight. So you have to just hold from the main light to get over to. Even though I prefer having this backlight on here, if you're gifting this to somebody who you don't think is going to be able to handle remembering, maybe there's somebody older or something like that, and they're not going to be able to handle having both the LED and the UV on the same there, and you think that's going to throw them off, the special edition might be a little bit easier for them, because it's just, if you go up here, it's laser. If you go here, you have your UV, and if you go here, you have your standard LED. So there's no confusion there on the user interface. Now, one thing I will comment on is the fact that a click, all that does is give you battery indicator. You have to hold to get to your light, and then from there, you click to rotate through your modes, okay? And then you hold again for off. Let's go ahead and take this outside and take a look at some beam shots. Going over final thoughts on the special edition, it uses the same platform as my favorite flat flashlight and my favorite flashlight of 2024. So it's kind of hard to go wrong there, being that it is my favorite and it's the same platform. So of course, I love the design of this flashlight. I love the user interface. I really like being able to rotate my modes from the side switch and then being able to click through my options on the main button. I'm a big fan of the side switch here and being able to get to my laser that way instead of trying to remember a complex number of button clicks to get to whatever I'm wanting. Additionally, I really like the feel and quality of the button here on the front and the overall build quality and design. I'm a big fan. I've done previous videos on these flashlights, specifically on the main version. There's a reason I love it so much. It is high quality, it feels great, and I carry this a lot. Additionally, the magnet on the bottom is so strong. I mentioned this in a previous video, but at one point it pulled out of my pocket and stuck to something metal. This magnet on here is pretty incredible. With all of that said, I'm still finding it a bit difficult to recommend the special edition over the standard edition because having this warm tint high CRI light on the back is really great. I love having a 90-degree light plus a standard out the front. Not having that on the special edition is a bit of a bummer to me. And for me, I just like the standard version a little bit better. However, as I mentioned previously in the video, if you think that somebody you're going to be giving this to, or maybe even for yourself, if the user interface being a little bit simpler on here is better for you or who you're giving it to, maybe go with this version. Or if you are a big fan of red lasers instead, go with this version. Otherwise, though, if you don't mind red or green laser or whatever, I'd say just go ahead and pick up the regular version. Either way, though, this is still the best platform of any flashlight in 2024, in my opinion, and it's the best platform you're going to get on a flat flashlight. So I recommend whether you get special edition or regular version, grab one of these Trustfire Mini X3s. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great week.